I hate to be hard to get along with, but y'all gonna have to do better than that, because this front row right here is louder than the whole rest of you now. How you live? That's a little bit better. Ladies and gentlemen, this event is conducted in accordance with South Carolina state athletic laws, rules, and regulations and guidelines. Any violations will be prosecuted by the South Carolina Department of Labor, Licensing, and Regulations. This event is sanctioned by the South Carolina State Athletic Commission and, as always, Southern Championship Wrestling. State commissioners are John Holliday Jr., Chris Hypopoulos, Frank Stallings, Paul Kennemore, Robert Bishop, Greg Drennan, and Luther Bradley. The referee for these events tonight, ladies and gentlemen, will be Mr. Jamie Tucker. The promoter tonight is Mr. Paul Helen. Are y'all ready to see some wrestling? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to take just one moment and ask Mr. William Neves, if he would come up and say a few words to you. Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. This young man right here is you hadn't had too much drink tonight, have you? There ain't nobody else falling down eating them hot dogs over there, are you? Mr. William right here is with the Guardian Angels out of Anderson, South Carolina, which is co-sponsors this event tonight. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to him for a brief message. Thank you.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I invite everyone to come get your refreshments over at the concession stand. We have hot dogs, chili, chips, candy, popcorn, and soda. The Guardian Angel Detective Agency is sponsoring the concession stand. All the proceeds for the concessions and the donations will go to fundraising, Christmas gifts for the underprivileged kids. We also have help the needy people during the year with problems like heat, food, and clothing. We're taking donations of any kind: food, clothes, money, etc. We also need volunteers to help with the wrestling event. They will be here in Eastley, Anderson, Seneca, and Pickens. If you would like to make donations or contributions or volunteer your services, please contact the volunteers over at the concession stand. I would like to thank the Southern Championship Wrestling Association, President Jim Lewis, Public Relations James Fleming, Promoter Paul Helms, and all the wrestlers for providing our entertainment this evening. Also, would like to thank the principal and teachers at the Simpson Academy for having the SCW over. Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give him a big hand. Mr. William Nivens, please. Now, you folks ready for some wrestling? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jim Lewis. I will be one of your commentators for tonight. Southern Championship Wrestling tonight. 6 big matches, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see cruiserweight title matches. The Freedom Fighter defends his title against Cat Daddy with Serena. In a special challenge match, the Hells Angels face off against JW and SW Steel. The Steel Brothers, ladies and gentlemen. We also have a grudge match as the Desperado goes after the Nightmare. The SCW World Tag Team Triangle Elimination Match, featuring Devastation Incorporated with Dr. Johnny Love, Ricky Regal and Mickey Free of the House of Pain, and the current SCW World Tag Team Champions, Brody Ray Chase and Mike the Dreammaker Hart. They are the Stray Cats. Also, fans, we want to remind you that Monday night, March the 17th, Southern Championship Wrestling returns to Wesley's Nightlife in Greenville. 8 p.m. is the bell time. Don't miss SCW Luck of the Draw. Names will be drawn at random for tag team matches. The winning team from each match will compete in an over-the-top battle royal later in the night. The battle royal will get, the winner of the battle royal will get a shot at SCW World Heavyweight Champion at a later date. Don't want to miss this, ladies and gentlemen. It's 1306 Cedar Lane Road. Kids are welcome. It is a nightclub, but if you've ever been to Wesley, it's kind of cut in half. We're in the good side, so do bring the family out. It is good family entertainment. Without further delay, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to introduce to you a couple of young men here. First, Dan Parrish, which is with Pro Wrestling Illustrated Magazine. He will be doing our color commentary tonight, along with a dear friend of mine that was injured about 3 months ago in a wrestling match in Virginia, the Rebel. He'll be sitting at ringside with him, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a big hand. Ladies and gentlemen, we were in Augusta last night doing some matches down there with the Murphy Middle School. And it's very unfortunate from time to time, everybody says, oh, there's nothing to that. You can get up there and do it. But believe me, if you're not in good shape, and even the best of shape, it'll take its toll on you. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring out the Desperados. Let's give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The Desperados. Ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying, we were in Augusta last night where the Desperados took on the Nightmare. The Nightmare almost took you away. I was there, I saw it, and you were carried out. Because you tell the wrestling fans the extent of your injury and just exactly what we can look forward to tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want to apologize. I will not be able to take on the Nightmare here tonight. I spent last night in the hospital in Augusta. I have a kidney damage. The doctor won't let me get back in the ring for a while. But I will be back. Now this Nightmare was hired by Mr. Johnny Love to put me out of wrestling. Well, it's going to take more than what he did last night to put me out. But I've got somebody, I called a man, and I talked to him, and he's taking my place here tonight, and I'll be by his side. And that's none other than Johnny Dog.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you hear it, straight from the Desperados. I know he hates it. I know he hates it, ladies and gentlemen. He's a hard competitor in the sport of professional wrestling. And we've all been down that road one time or another in one way or another. And it's hard to sit by and watch it go by. Yep. Are y'all ready for the first match, ladies and gentlemen? Y'all gonna have to do better than that now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring at this time, our referee for this evening, Mr. Jamie Tucker.
I gotta find out if we cut on. I think we are, but I ain't sure. I'm gonna call him Are we on? That's cool. Good evening, everybody. This is Dan Parris, along with the Rebel. We're calling action live for Southern Championship Wrestling tonight. We're in Easley, South Carolina, at the National Guard Armory. And Rebel, look at here, one of the biggest crowds I've seen in a long, long time.
I tell you what, this is one of the best crowds I've seen in Easley, South Carolina tonight. We have got Kevin Kirby up there in the ring tonight, and I have been up alongside with Kevin, and I know he will put down, hopefully, JT Williams tonight and make him pay for what he's doing to this crowd tonight. They have come out here and support real good.
That's absolutely right. JT Williams has competed throughout the state of Georgia, and Kevin Kirby most recently for the past 2 years has been in the Pro Wrestling Illustrated Top 500. And I'm going to tell you something, the man's a heck of a good wrestler, and also on a personal note, me and you both have known him personally. He's a hell of a friend.
Oh yes, he's a real good friend. I mean, back when I had my injury, I mean, he came to me, wanted to know if I needed anything. I tell you what, tonight, he told me and promised me that he was going to show me something out there tonight that I've never seen before, and I'm willing to see what he's got lined up his sleeve tonight. It's going to be something.
The crowd is solidly behind Kevin Kirby. JT Williams is chewing him out, and Rebel, you've been on both sides of the fence. Which way do you prefer when you were active?
Well, I tell you what, I really like being on the side with the crowd. I mean, the crowd gets behind you 110%, and it makes your adrenaline just really come out with the crowd. I've been on both sides of the fence, like you said, and when I was on the other side of the fence, it just really broke my heart sometimes to come out there, but I done it as a job.
That's right, JT Williams right now, he's too busy jawing with the crowd. They've actually yet to lock up. Uh-oh, looks like right there's an intimidation factor.
I tell you what now, that Kevin put it to him now. He done the wrong thing. When you go up there and you slap Kevin Kirby around, you're going to get hit.
And Kirby with a big hip toss. I'm going to tell you something, that slap in the face just opened up a can of fire for Kevin Kirby.
Yeah, it did. Hey, Kevin, he got a short fuse. I want to tell you, when you slap him around like that, he's liable to go off at any moment. I tell you what, those flames on back of him tight, they got something to say about him. He's a fireball out there.
Absolutely, and JT Williams, he went outside to probably recuperate, slow down the momentum of the match, and we'll wait and see what happens from here.
Well, JT, I know him too. Like I say, I've been on both sides of the fence, and hey, he don't cut him short. He can come up with something out of those boots sometime.
Right you are, Dennis, and I'll tell you, Dennis Fowler, the Rebel, longtime wrestling star, and now currently semi-retired, and I'll tell you, my friend, you can call it like it is. That's what we're here to do. Kirby just took him down with 300-plus pounds of a shoulder block. Now he's laying the boots to him. That's nowhere to be right there.
No, he got him down where he wants him. He got him on the mat, and this is exactly where Kevin wants to keep him at, because JT's a little bit taller than Kevin. I'll tell you what, that stockiness of Kevin take JT Williams down in a heartbeat.
Well, Rebel, you know when we're all on the mat, we're all the same size.
You ain't got, sometimes you're shorter than what you really want to be. I'll tell you what, I've been on the mat a bunch of times, and sometimes I wished I was up on top of them.
Yeah, I can imagine. Williams just unloaded with a series of punches, and now he just rammed him right into the turnbuckle and laying in some shoulder blocks. That's going to take some wind right away from Kirby right there.
It's going to take the wind out. Right there, Kevin got him down on the mat. That's what I was saying a while ago. You got him down on the mat, and the man's on top a lot taller than you are. So what Kevin wants to do is try to get that air back in that system. They took a lot of air out of it. Oh, we got the midsection right there. You want to keep that air inside that ring. That's what really keeps you going inside that ring, is that air. Right
there at that point in time, Kevin Kirby just came right back with a series of punches. And I'm going to tell you something. The man has got some good punches. And he also just unloaded with a big, powerful elbow. He's a powerful man, deceptively.
Well, I think both wrestlers took the wrestling book and just tossed it out the window. I think they went to fisticuffs out of this book of knowledge here. Kevin usually does a lot of mat wrestling. And I hate to say it, but when you go to fisticuffs with JT Williams, that's where you're going to go wrong. And
right there, JT Williams just unloaded with a couple of fists, and that right now just draped him across the middle rope and just choked him, choking the life out of him, and that's nowhere to be either. No. You don't want to be up against that rope and be choked on. I mean,
it takes all the air out of you, and you need all the air you need. Right there, that one move right there takes so much out of you. It's unbelievable. The fans have got to realize you take a bump like that, it's going to take you down and hurt your air solution.
And that clothesline, that boy just hit him wrist flush right there, and Williams laid the boots to him, and then he's followed up with a chin lock. You know, I'm going to tell you something. He just stayed right on top of him, like you was talking about earlier, hitting him down on the mat and just staying on top of him, and that's what JT Williams is doing right now.
Yeah, he's on top of him, and he's leaning on him right now. He's taking the air out of him, so you got that. He's got it in, really locked in good. He's up under there. Referee's checking him. But he's got it locked in. Uh-oh, he's using them ropes. Ref needs to check him out now. When JT, he's slick. He knows what he's doing out there.
He knows how to hide those illegal tactics right there.
You got that right. He knows exactly where he's at in the ring at all times. Don't cut Kevin short. He is in the ring, and he knows exactly where he's at all times.
Great ring presence.
Yep.
Right there, he just cut off that boot, and he's just got him where he wants him, spins him around. Ooh, a nice big fist right there, just took him right out from under his feet right there.
Yeah, he did. Right there, that's what I said, you know, you can't cut Kevin short. When it comes to ring presence, Kevin is probably one of the best ones out there. What a neck
JT
breaker.
Williams just unloaded with a nice swinging neck breaker right there, and I'm going to tell you something. That's a follow-up from that clothesline to work over that neck, but Kevin's up to his feet. JT's playing with the crowd. He's going to spin him around, looks like a small package.
Yeah, he got him in one of my old moves right there.
And right there,
that's what he got him, a small package. Right?
Kevin Kirby outsmarts JT Williams and comes away with a win.
He's going to have something for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of your match, Mr. Kevin Kirby.
JT Williams just tried to go at it with referee Jamie Tucker, and he just sent him right out of the ring to take a powder.
I tell you what, Jamie Tucker now, that's one ref you don't want to mess with. That Jamie Tucker will put you down in a heartbeat. I pushed up against him when I was on the other side of the fence, and he put me down in a heartbeat.
Jamie Tucker has wrestled in the past, and he laced up the boots when necessary, but I tell you something, he's not out there to take any stuff.
That's right. Jamie knows JT. He knows JT. He been up against him many a time now. He'll put it to him in the heartbeat. Don't get him wrong. These refs out there today, they know exactly what they're doing. Let's give
Kevin Kirby a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. This is his second time into the SCW, and I think he's going to go places. What do you think? Making his way into the ring at this time, from Queens, New York, this is Lance Gaylord. loses a 1 fall with a 10-minute time limit.
Here we are with the second match of the evening for Southern Championship Wrestling. Lance Gaylord and Kid Dynamite. Rebel, I don't know about this Lance Gaylord.
That Lance Gaylord, he come out here kind of tough for it. I thought it was kind of rare to announce him. Louis Craney he's a good one out there. And I think he got his little feathers a little ruffled that time.
I think Lance Gaylord. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's Lance Gaylord. He went into the room. Got Dynamite down. Ooh. Dynamite knows exactly where he's doing. Good arm drag. Good arm drag in. And there he goes. He ain't being so careful now. Got them ruffles further when he came in there in the ring. Louis Crane gave him a little from Queers, New York. Literally it's Queens, New York. We all know that. Little slip of the tongue. Got him ruffled at the start of the match, and I think it just threw him off his game plan. This Dynamite knows. He knows exactly how to handle himself. A little spunk out there to him.
Tell you what, Rebel, we got Kid Dynamite and Lance Gaylord, and I tell you, Lance Gaylord's really he's really instigating this crowd, and I tell you, I don't think he likes the references that these people are making toward him, but I tell you what, I think the man's a little bit funny.
Well, it's just like I said a while ago. I mean, the man comes from Queens, New York. I mean, to come out here like he did a while ago, I mean, and getting these people down here in Eagle, South Carolina, all ruffled up against him, he don't want to do that too much down here. This Kid Dynamite, he's got the crowd behind him. Knows exactly where he's at in the ring at all times.
Very fast and agile young competitor, a rookie in fact, but I tell you what, Rebel, this man can go to the air, he can take you down, but most recently, what I've seen out of Kid Dynamite is he's explosive. When those drop kicks, those head scissors, those flying moves, and boy, he can take you all kind of ways from around that ring.
I tell you what, well, right now Lance has got him down looking on the leg and want to try to take some of that air lift out of him, if you will. I mean, he don't want him to take off. So we won't see what's going to happen. I think Dynamite's in a predicament he don't want to be in right now, and that's on his back.
Yeah, and Lance Gaylord just moving it right in with a step over toe hold. If he starts to spinning with that thing, that's a move that the Funk's made famous, the spinning toe hold. And I tell you what, that move right there can take you out as quick as you get into it.
Yeah, it'll take you out. What it does is it tears the ligaments in that kneecap. And then, you need them knees to be mobilized, especially with his game, Dynamite's game. You want to get all the air and lift out of the knees you can. And right now, Lance Gaylord's got the perfect game plan. Take them knees away from him, take them legs away from him. He won't get up in the air like he does. And
right there, he's still working over that leg, and he's cutting all that pressure right into the leg area.
He's got it locked. He's got it locked deep.
Like I say, you know, it can take away those ligaments and tear up that cartilage in that knee area. And I tell you what, you know, that's nowhere you want to be.
No, you don't want to be in that situation right there. You want to try to avoid trying to get in that situation. Now, he's going on a high-risk maneuver right now, going up the top rope.
Looks like he's losing his footing.
Ooh. And I tell you what, Dynamite didn't really, I don't think he really knew exactly what he was trying to do that time, but it worked out perfectly. He got him down there, now he's got him on a rocker. And right there, that's more painful than ligaments in that kneecap, I'll tell you right now.
Yes, sir. I tell you what, Lance Gaylord's voice is going to go mighty, mighty high here in a few minutes, because he just landed down there just prone in the groin area, and that'll just take it right out of you. In fact, that could have been a disqualification if it was intentional, but I didn't think it was.
I don't think it was intentional. I think what he done is he got up there and he lost his balance. Dynamite went up against them ropes, dropped him right down where you don't want to be, and he went from a base to a an alto real quick.
Absolutely right. He just hurt him real bad, and Gaylord's going to lay in a boot, and he's going to work right back over that leg right there.
Oh, he got him back in that leg again, and like I said a while ago, you don't want to get in that leg position because you take them legs away and you can't do the drop kicks like you was talking about earlier, and you can't try to do all them high flying maneuvers. And that's mainly, you know, Dynamite, he does get up there in the air. He does that muzzin drop kick. And when you take his legs away, you take away his game plan.
Absolutely, you know, that's what he's on top of. He's going to come out there and go over the drop kicks, the head scissors, and the sunset flips, and all kind of high-flying maneuvers we've yet to even see out of him. But they don't call him Kid Dynamite for nothing.
I'll tell you what, Lance Gaylord might be from Queens, but I'll tell you what, that chop comes all the way down the line.
Dynamite unloaded with a crucifix attempt and turned it into a sunset flip. That's that high-flying ability we was talking about earlier.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, Gaylord is going outside and going to work over the leg, but I'll tell you what, Rebel, that move right there we just saw out of Dynamite is a way to confuse the man and also can beat him.
Yeah, and he better watch what he's doing right now. He's got a ref counting him on him. He better get him back inside that ring. I tell you, he got him out there, worked on that leg again, and that's really what he wanted to do. And that ref, he needs to speed up that count a little bit, if you ask me.
Perhaps so, but right now, nonetheless, Lance Gaylord has took advantage of going outside, and he's working over that leg. And like I said, you know, he's going to try to take away that high-flying move.
Yeah, he's going to try to take away his flying ability, if you will. I mean, the man's he's like a bird out there. I mean, once you take the wings off a bird and he can't fly, I mean, that just take away his life right there. That's the way he is. When you take away Dynamite's legs, that's like take away his lifestyle out there in that ring.
Absolutely right. I couldn't have said it better. You know, you know from experience that you've been in that ring for at least 13, 14 years.
Well, I started back in 1985, and that's 12 years ago. I know from experience, that move right there, I've had that Terry Funk put it on me, and it don't feel good. It don't feel good. And Lance really got this locked in. He's using the ropes and everything he can to really stretch the ligaments in that kneecap.
Illegally, we might add. He just grabbed a hold of them ropes. And referee Jamie Tucker put a stop to that. Gaylord's chewing out Tucker and the crowd both. I tell you what, he's got a real bad attitude.
Yeah, he does have a bad attitude. I mean, he just made a simple mistake at the beginning of the match with a slip of the tongue on the announcement where he's from. And they get mad about it. I mean, you can't get mad out there. You got to have your game plan when you get inside that ring and go with it.
Gaylord just rammed his leg right there in that ring post. And Rebel, I'm going to tell you something. Once again, if he keeps on damaging that knee and he keeps on working that leg over, then it's all over for Kid Dynamite.
Well, he's taking all his anger out right now on Kid Dynamite. I mean, he is just taking all his anger out. And this is getting really a bit nasty out there. I mean, the referee ought to get him back inside that ring.
You're right, 100%. Lance Gaylord has took it outside. He's took him to that apron and to the ring post a couple times, and right now he's chopping him away, shoots him in a turnbuckle. It's taking a little bit too much time.
Ooh, yeah, he took a long time. What he did, he just announced exactly what he's going to do. I mean, Dynamite, he was waiting on him to come over. I mean, that's one thing you don't do is say anything in that ring. You don't let your opponent know you're coming to you. You go at him. I mean, and he made that crucial mistake and let him know where he's at.
He gave him a little recuperation time.
Yeah, he gave him a breather. And he's saying that the count was slow, but that count was right dead on purposely 1, 2, and that's all he got out of it was a 2 count. Right now he's using that foot as a choke.
Cutting off that oxygen, he's already worked on that knee and tore that leg up. And right now, if he takes away that windpipe,
well, you know, really, if you take away that air, it's really taking away from that leg again. That's all fits into a purpose right there. I mean, you take away that leg, and it slows down the blood flow to your leg kneecaps, and you don't want to do that. You want to be out there standing on 2 feet. Right now, Dynamo, he's down on the mat again, and it really don't look good for him right now at this time. I mean,
Gaylord with a step over toe hold and using
the rope.
Top rope.
That's another warning from the ref. I mean, he keeps getting these warnings from Jamie out there. Well, Jamie Douglas gonna put him back here in the locker room where he don't want to be with Pro with a big old fine on his head too.
And I tell you, you know, you're right. Jamie Tucker is one of the best officials around here in Southern Championship Wrestling. He's right on top of that. But regardless of all this infractions of the rules, Lance Gaylord's having a lot of success here.
Well, I mean, every time he gets a chance, that referee got his back, or he's going to use some vagrancy of the bruise out there. I mean, he knows exactly where he's at all time, and he knows exactly where that ref's at all time. See, right there, like I say, just me. He calls the ref, looking toward his back, and use that closed fist upside that head. I tell you what, you keep doing that, you take that air away, and that takes them legs away, and that just all it does is slow him down, grind him down, where he can get a pinfall or submission hold on.
Gaylord just went right to the eyes, I believe, from a side headlock. And I tell you what, he was trying to disguise that, but Tucker caught him.
Yeah, Tucker caught him. I like to say, I mean, if Tucker's season, I mean, where he ain't got his back turned, Tucker could get on to him. Tucker won't take it too long. He'll put it back here in the locker room, put about maybe $1,000 to $2,000 fine. And I tell you what, these things ain't fun to play with, because I've had plenty of them, and it takes money off my bread table.
Gaylord's going back to work on that leg, and I tell you what, he's applying the pressure. He's going right back to where we was talking about earlier. Going to take away the legs and going to take away the knees.
If he turns that over and locks that in, he's going to have Dynamo in a submission hold, and I hate to really see that. Right now, Dynamo, he is taking a vicious beat from the guy from Queens.
Dynamite been set into the ropes, and he's going for a hurricane.
Oh, there it is. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Sure did. That was a very good match.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of your match, Kid Dynamite.
We got a couple of interviews.
Oh, no. Oh, I don't know. Push it up. Ladies and gentlemen, Kid Dynamite walks away with a big win in Southern Championship Wrestling. We're going to have a few interviews at this time. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring out one of the most hated men in Southern Championship Wrestling. Earlier tonight, we found out he was hired with Johnny Love to take out the Desperado and the injury. It happened last night in Augusta, Georgia. And at this time, we want to bring out the Nightmare. And we're going to find out what's on his mind and what he has in plans for future. And also, we want to hear what he feels about what he did to the Desperado. It was a real heinous act. Last night in Augusta, Georgia, you tried to put another victim on the list.
I want to tell you something right over here. If you got something to say to me, I suggest you go buy some peace first.
All right, we noticed you tried to answer this man. You tried to cripple him. What's your purpose in this?
Right now, let me tell you. Johnny Love hired me to do a job. Last night, Augusta, that job was complete. Desperado, I hate that you're out here whining and crying about you not going to be able to wrestle me tonight. But the fact of the point is, and why don't you just go ahead and say so, your career is over. I know it, Johnny Love knows it, and as we speak, Johnny Love, the financial agreement that we made is being taken care of now. Johnny Dollar, if you want a short-lived career, we can do that tonight, too. But Desperado, as far as I'm concerned, as far as SCW is concerned, you're out.
There we heard it from the Nightmare. It's a rough, tough man, and who knows if he won't try to end Johnny Dollar later on tonight. All right, we got another interview, ladies and gentlemen. We want to bring out the Stray Cats. They'll be in one of our main events tonight. Brody Chase and Mike Hart, they'll be taking, they're the current Southern Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champions. They'll be involved in a big triangle elimination match
With the House of Pain and Devastation Incorporated, you got to eliminate both of your opponents in this match. And I just want to see what the Stray Cats have got to say, as they got twice the duty tonight. Mike Hart, Brody Ray Chase, later on tonight, the SCW Tag Team Championships on the line. You got the House of Pain and Devastation Incorporated in a triangle match. Double elimination. It's going to be double the work.
First of all, I'd like to say after an extensive 2-week tour of Georgia, North Carolina, and Florida, it's great to be right here at home in the Carolinas with all these fine bunch of people. Now, as far as this triangle match, we're not above it. There's nothing that we won't set out to accomplish. We are carrying the belts, and there is no fear in here. Tell them about it, Brody Ray Chase.
Well, I'm going to tell you people something. It's a triangle match tonight. If your feet hit the floor, if your butt hits the mat, and you get pinned 1, 2, 3, you out of there. So I'm going to tell you now, we have no friends. We don't like devastation. We certainly don't like the House of Pain. So we don't care. It's a Stray Cats against the world as far as we're concerned, and they're going down.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you hear it from the Stray Cats for their big match later on tonight. We'll take it right back to the ring with their ring announcer, Mr. Jim Lewis.
Thank you, Dan. Y'all ready for the third match? This is dedicated to the niggas that was down from day one. Welcome to Death Row.
You right on the money.
If you ain't down for the African here in the United States, period, point blank, if you ain't down for the ones that suffer in South Africa, you'll never get to set their fuck ass to the ground.
Making their way into the ring at this time, ladies and gentlemen, from Lower LA, this is the Cat Daddy. Accompanying him to the ring this evening, ladies and gentlemen, Serena. From Fort Bragg, North Carolina, he is the current SCW Cruiserweight Champion. This is the Freedom Fighter. Wrestling fans, this is for the SCW Cruiserweight title. This is a one fall with a 20-minute time limit.
Back in the ring, Rebel, we got the current SCW Cruiserweight Champion, the Freedom Fighter. He's going to be taking on his brother, in fact, his former tag team partner from a long, long time ago, who's had a change of attitude on the wrong side of the tracks, JJ Justice.
Yeah, JJ Justice is cool daddy now.
Cat Daddy JJ Justice, he's calling himself.
Well, I tell you what, that Cat Daddy is. He's a rough contender. He was when they were tag team, and you know, this really shows where friendship's really in right there, and friendship's in and real competitive begin. And I'll tell you what, if Freedom Fighter comes to Fort Bragg, like you know, we all know it is. He knows, and I know he is a tough cookie out there. He ain't gonna take nothing from this cool daddy.
Cat Daddy J.J. Justice is taking a series of elbow smash into the stomach. And I tell you, Rebel, one thing about these guys, they're brothers. They grew up together. They come from the same father. And all of a sudden, J.J. just turned his back on him. But take a look at that. That there was a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by the Freedom Fighter. And I'm going to tell you something. J.J. Justice is laying down on that mat, and he's asking for a little bit of more strength to get back up.
I tell you what, that was perfectly executed on that backbreaker too. He's feeling the effect of what his brother's doing to him. I mean, they went in there, his brothers a while back here, and I tell you what, I think I know why he's straight off, because that one around on the outside the ring, and that's what you got to really look out for. Somehow or another, I think she's going to get involved in this match, and I really hate to see that.
You're talking about Miss Serena outside the ring, and I tell you what, that lady has been known to stick her arm in the ring and just catch you right in the throat or right between the eyes, or even trip you. Any kind of alternative, you know, advantage that she can switch into you, she's going to use it. And J.J. Justice is unloaded with a flying lariat.
Well, sometimes they say that love is blind, and that flying lariat, there wasn't no love there, that was love lost, and he executed it with a passion on that. And now he's going to them fisticuffs again, man. That's what I hate seeing. Wrestling, fisticuffs. That was beautiful right there, beautiful elbow.
And I tell you what, he hit that elbow smash flush, and J.J. Justice is going up to the top. And I tell you, the Cat Daddy, he is agile as a cat. And we're going to find out if he hits his target, as he's perched and mounted and coming off with a very nice looking drop kick. He hit 100%.
He hit that in 110% there, Daddy. I mean, he hit that right dead flush. Both feet where it needed to be right there on the chest. Took all the air out of Freedom Fighter. I mean, took every bit of it. So right now, he don't even know where he's at. He's gone back up the second rope right now and back off. Ooh. He got just enough know-how where he's basically, and knowing where he's at, to bring up that fist in time into the midsection.
And that thing, that fist is unloaded right in the midsection. And I tell you what, that took a lot out of him. The Freedom Fighter's going up for a vertical suplex.
Nope, blocked it. He blocked it, and he brought him over that time.
He took him up and brought him right down. Yeah, he just had to bring out a little bit of reserve to bring that suplex on down.
Yep, right now you see where he's breathing a little bit harder than what he wants to be breathing. And, that's a smart move right there. He wants to bring it back out in the middle of the ring. You don't want him to get it in the corner. That's probably where Cat Daddy is. That's where he's really sly, if you know what I mean.
And Cat Daddy, he's really wasting a little bit of time with psychological warfare with the crowd, but also he's looking out there for a little bit of advice from Serena.
Well, I don't know what Serena can be as far as advisor, you know what I mean? I mean, if she's got that ring, maybe so, but I don't know. Until she gets in the ring with them big boys out there, I think she better keep her head out of that ring.
So I think she's more or less behind the financial advisory and the helping his getting all the right matches and what have you.
See right there, that's what I tell you now. See what I'm talking about? Now she got involved in this match. This is where she don't need to be. She needs to keep out of this match and walk away. That ref needs to turn around and get her off of him. All she's doing is taking the air off the Freedom Fighter, and that don't need to be.
Yeah, she's interjected herself a few times, and I tell you what, she's really put a working over on him. Freedom Fighter's going to propel himself back in the ring.
Oh, beautiful move. Beautiful work. He caught him with a daggone clothesline coming off that rope, and he caught every bit of it, took his head completely off the shoulder blade.
Freedom Fighter just picked him up, dropped him down with a body slam. Almost a count of 3 right there, Rebel.
Almost a count of 3 is right there, Dan. Now, there's a high-risk maneuver on the Freedom Fighter.
Taking a lot of time, but
taking a lot of time.
He's going to hit his mark. Oh, 100%.
He got it perfectly. Oh, just count of 2. Just count of 2. He had it perfectly. I think that was just brave instinct on Cat Daddy to kick out that time.
It was an excellent cross-body block. Yeah, and Cat Daddy showed a lot of reserve and able to kick out. And he's going right back to the stomach in the midsection.
That was a little bit lower in that midsection. That was right down below the knees. That was right there where you don't want to be hit, if you know what I mean, Dan.
He's hitting him downtown there, Rebel.
Downtown and across the park. And here we go again. She's getting involved where she don't need to be. That ref ought to turn around and catch her right about now, and he'll be disqualified right now.
And she's really just chewing the crowd out and interfering. And I tell you what, I wonder if she's out here more or less to interfere than she is anything else.
I think that's what it is. Cat Daddy knows that. I think what it is, the Cat Daddy thinks that he can get somebody out here with her looks and everything. Well, maybe I can get him to get off my match and look at her. That ain't gonna happen with all these wrestlers from the SCW. They got forward know how to get in that ring and do what they need to do. All she's doing is getting involved in a match. She don't need to.
She's interfered quite a good bit, but now J.J. Justice, the Cat Daddy, is taking control. And I tell you one thing about it, Rebel, if he continues to control this match and turn things around in the favor that he's had it, he's going to walk away with the SCW Cruiserweight title.
Yeah, and right now he's got the upper hand on Freedom Fighter and putting his head up into the turnbuckle. He's got him up against the rope right now. Ooh, got him in that corner where Freedom Fighter don't want to be. I'll tell you what, them chops going to take a lot out of him. He blocked, good. He fired back, 1, 2. Good clothesline. Good short clothesline, took his head. I'll tell you what, get a count on him, 1, 2. Nope, just count of 2. This is going to be, it's fast-paced match. They're going to have to slow it down sometime.
A lot of punishment been taken and delivered in this match. Freedom Fighter just grabbed him by the head of the hair and just took him right down to the mat, onto the back of his head. That there was the throwing out the rule book move right there, too.
Yeah, he went down and got that from his own rule book, you know what I mean? Now, I got my own rule book sometimes. I had a lot of moves out like that myself. But that come out of his own pages. That's probably out of page 143, base 10.
J.J. Justice, after ducking the series maneuvers, comes around with a clothesline, and it hit its mark 100%. And if Justice continues to go at this rate, he's going to walk away with the Cruiserweight title. And right there, I think he's going up and down with a leg drop.
Ooh, yeah. All he's doing right now is intimidating him. If you know what I mean. See how he's stalking him right there? I think you got him a good name, Cat. Because all he's doing is like making prey out of Freedom Fighter right now. And that's one thing a Freedom Fighter don't want to be is prey. He'd rather be on top of this Cat.
And right now, he's nowhere near being on top. And J.J. Justice has took him right down with a knee into the midsection. He's working him over, and looks like
a chokehold. Got a chokehold on him. Get him off there, Ref. He got a count of 5 on the choke. So you get him up to the 4, and he's going to let it go. See? But when I was on the other side of the fence, like didn't want to be, you know, I was confused. I was in my younger days. And I knew how to do the chokeholds and break them at 4, too. And I think what they all do is get a quicker count on them chokeholds.
J.J. Justice missed the big shoulder block, rolled up, count of 2.
Quick count of 2 again. At, what is her name,
Serena, outside of the ring.
She's jawing with the referee, trying to get the referee's attention off the mat. Oh.
Freedom Fighter just hit 100% right there. He just really went right into him with a big splash. That took a lot out of his man right there.
Yeah, he got his foot across the rope, so had him up too close to the rope. What he needed to do was drag him in the middle of that ring where he wouldn't get his foot across that rope. That'd been a good count of 3 then. Because he had every bit of it. He had every ounce of energy to put that foot over that rope.
Freedom Fighter working over with a full arm wringer twice. And he's going to come ring that arm a 3rd time. And that 3rd time just took him right down to the mat. He's going to follow up with a leg drop. He's working over that arm real bad right now, Rebel.
Yeah, he is. He's working on that arm. And a lot of people don't understand when you twist that arm a number of times like he just did, it's going to pop or you're going to go with it. And he executed it perfectly. He's working on the arm. He's working him down where he ain't going to have them fists to throw around here in just a little while. He can get him in a submission hold. He can get him in a chicken wing or anything with that move right there by working on that arm.
Freedom Fighter just unloaded with a series of knee drops across that arm. He's still working that arm over. He's got him in the position for a tombstone pile driver. And
he did drop him like a sack of potatoes, didn't he?
Serena.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got him up to a count of 20 if he wanted to. See, he's got that. Serena is getting involved in the match again. You don't need to be. Give it to her there, Freedom Fighter. Give it to her. Ooh, wrong move. Freedom Fighter ain't a lady hitter there. I think she ain't a lady. He just done the right thing.
JJ Dustin,
No.
well, it looked like a neck breaker.
That was an inverted neck breaker. He got
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of your match and new SCW Cruiserweight Champion, this is Chuck
And the result right there, Rebels, he just walked away with the SCW Cruiserweight Championship.
That's what I was saying a while ago. Serena's still never been involved in that match. And after she got involved, we got a new champion. I guarantee you, there'll come a time when a free fighter get a chance to get that belt back. And they won't be no Serena or ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Southern Championship Wrestling here on Cable Access Channel 10. We'll be right back with more SCW right after this. Time out.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Freedom Fighters!
Yeah. You're going 100 miles an hour.
I should be going like that.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you, please do not interfere with any wrestlers coming to or from the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that don't know, this is the Lewis family. In the ring at this time, this is Cruiser, Snake, and Shovelhead, the Hell's Angels from Hell Kingdom, Kentucky. with a 1 fall and a 30-minute time limit.
SCW and JW Steel take on the newly formed, recreated Hells Angels. Snake Lewis, Cruiser Lewis, the brother, and another third brother outside the ring. I believe they call him Shovelhead Lewis.
Yeah, they also got this invisible guy. I don't know who they gonna call him, though, are they? They got another brother?
Cruiser Lewis has been known to speak to a man that he calls Fred, who does not even exist. I think he's got a lot of psychological problems there, Rebel.
Oh, well, I tell you what, anybody with the name of somebody in midair got a problem.
The man has claimed he's had this advisor, and I've never seen him, and I think he's taking too many shots to the head, you know. I know that he's an intelligent man, but he's continuously talking to this man that's not even there.
Well, right now the Steel is taking care of business in there. He got him down, working on that arm. Got him in a good position right there, flat on his face. Now maybe he's going to be talking to Fred again. I hope not. Maybe Fred will show us something in the ring.
I ain't seen him yet, Rebel. JW Steel in the ring, and he's going to shoot Cruiser Lewis off the rope. Nice looking clothesline. Both of these men in the ring right now are former SCW heavyweight champions. And I tell you what, I can look for a lot of wrestling on the mat and a lot of brawling in this match here.
Yeah, that's the way it's looking. It's going to be a brawl match, less than a wrestling match. I mean, they putting it to the Lewis brothers. I mean, let's put it this way: you're going to have to put it to the Lewis brothers. The Lewis brothers going to put it to you.
Well, Rebel, if you ever run up against the Hells Angels, what would you expect? You wouldn't expect a wrestling match.
Sure. No. If anybody's going to drive in Parley out there like they rode in tonight, almost 20-degree temperature, you know they're bad to bone. I ain't talking about just their blood. I'm talking about something else on it, too.
And a big tag and tagged in.
Oh, yeah.
Double team move.
Good double team move there. That's teamwork right there. That's what you call real good, classy teamwork. And you tag them fresh man in and fresh man out. See right there? Fresh man in, fresh man out.
A count of 2 right there. And Cruiser Lewis is just tagged out to Snake Lewis. This is the first time I've ever seen Snake Lewis in a number of years.
Yeah, I tell you what, the Snake, he's a good, tough competitor. I tell you what, with the name like Snake, you know he's going to be tough. Cause I think what they used to say is you used to go out there in the backyard and try to find all the snakes. Well, his whole yard, as he would call it, and eat them snakes. And right now he got still up against good predicament. Good backdrop.
Oh, he almost took his head off right there. I don't even know how he didn't even land correctly, I would say.
I think what he done is he got him in the air and slowed his momentum down. Try to put him on top of his head is what it looked like.
Could have broke his neck right there.
Yeah, then he'd be wearing something like I got on right now. And I tell you what, it don't feel good to have one of these things on, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to see any wrestler laying on top of their head.
Yeah, that's true. And I tell you, you know, being a good friend of yours, I feel for you. And we don't want to see nobody out there crippled or injured in a severe way like that.
Well, I tell you what, he just showed what he can be made of. Throwing him into the turnbuckle like that, now he's throwing him outside the rope. I think what he's going to do is put him out there where his other brother and his friend can take care of him, Fred.
That big Shovelhead Lewis outside the ring just working him over. And I tell you what, the Steel's got to get their stuff together and quit trying to get that ref over there and tell them to get over there and Shovelhead. And Cruiser Lewis, Snake Lewis, excuse me, with a vertical suplex. I tell you, these Lewises, they all look alike.
They do look alike. When you told me that he was calling him Fred, I didn't know why he was calling him Fred, because he got Snake, Cruiser, and Shovelhead. I thought maybe that was might be the Mongoose. Well, I mean, guys trying to get a count 3, kicked out at count 2. This is getting to be a real good match. I mean, still know they're going to have to brawl it out with them. They ain't going to have to, they can't wrestle them. They're going to have to brawl it out.
And right now, that's where it's degenerated into is a total brawl. And take a look, J.W. Steele's just blew his cool. And the Lewises are going to work on SW Steele.
It ain't just double teaming, that's triple teaming over there. Because you got that third man right behind that on the floor. You triple teaming him. You ain't double teaming right there.
It's going into back alley brawling.
Yes, sir. It went from moves to no moves. I mean, what I mean by no moves, you don't use no rule book in this match.
Snake Lewis just used a big neck breaker, and he slowly turned him over and dropped him down. I tell you what, he knows what he's doing. He's wanting to injure him right now.
He's been in the business for a long time, and he knows how to wrestle. I mean, to go to tactics like this, I was there once before. It ain't good, ladies and gentlemen. All he's doing is trying his best to go real fast on a totem pole. I tell you what, that totem pole breaks before you get to the top. I'll be honest about it.
J.W. Steele been tagged in and dropped the knee right across the leg.
Good move. Took him off, took his legs out from under him, got him down on the mat. Now they can't brawl.
Absolutely right. And J.W. has unloaded a whole barrage of knee drops, and now he's working him over upside down into a leg grapevine. If he turns him over, he's going to have him into a Boston Crab.
They'll have him in a semi-Boston Crab, and he will put it on in the arc. He still knows what he's doing out there. Once you grab that leg and keep him on the mat, keep him on the mat, he ain't going to be brawling with him. Now he's going back to the leg, going back to the arm and the leg. So you're going to take two positions out. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, the guy was working on that arm, bending it over, trying to rip it out of his shoulder blade. Tagging him. Still. Stomping on him a couple times. That's good teamwork right there, Danny.
JW just been tagged back in, and I tell you what, yeah, the Steele brothers are working as a synchronized unit. And just unloaded with a knee drop, and I tell you what, they're taking it to the Hells Angels right now.
I'll tell you what, Hells Angels right now, they're looking over the other corner where his brother's at, and they don't want to be in that position. And Steele works as a team. Steele brothers works as a team. So right there, he should have tagged in his brother. He just run out front ring. He could have tagged him in.
Well, Rebel, you know, it's talking about how Cruiser's not playing with a full deck. Evidently, it's all in the family.
Well, I tell you, anybody that talks to mid-air is not playing with a full deck. His elevator don't go to the top floor, if you know what I mean. And right there, take that leg down, take that brawl.
And SW and JW Steele, they do have a game plan. And that's to come in and take away those legs. And boy, they have taken away a lot of the legs.
They took away the legs tonight, Danny, and I'm glad to see it's working. It's working real well.
And they took that leg right out from under him, and they just put a beating on the Hells Angels. I tell you what, at the rate they've been brawling, and it's not been a wrestling match, it's just been kicking and scratching and kicking and fighting the whole way. Rebel, this thing can't go much longer than this.
No, it ain't going to go that much longer. I mean, somebody's going to give, yeah, I mean, they ain't going to give, but something's got to give. I mean, somebody's going to get an arm, leg, something busted out of there. Steele's trying to go back to the wrestling technique, which is great. I tell you, myself as a wrestler with a brawler, I think a wrestler over a brawler any day. Right now, I think JW is doing the right thing by taking his legs and bending it on break.
And JW has unloaded with all kind of knee drops and leg drops and just everything that we didn't expect to see out of him. But it's having a lot of success. It looked like an illegal switch right there.
Yeah, but his brother, the other brother still, he's got to keep away from that ref. Try to stay out of that ring. All he's doing is hurting his brother out there. And Lewis brothers knows it.
I don't believe there was a tag right there, Rebel. I really don't. I think Snake Lewis and Cruiser Lewis is illegally switched. And
that's what they call a quick switch. Is you come in, you clap them hands, you go back out thinking the ref thinks you made a tag, which you did.
And they look so much alike, you know. It's easy to deceive these people here. And that just worked right down to the T, a deception right there.
Well, the ref's got a lot of responsibility out there, especially for a tag team match as this is, and he's going to have a long night ahead of him in this match. Got him into a reverse headlock. That's a nice one right there. He got him locked in real deep.
Putting them arms right around that choking chin area, you know, like I say, he might be choking him in the chin lock, and then he just worked into a trapezius neck hold muscle. You know, he's going to work him over and drops down with the elbow. He's working on that head area, and you know,
that's that big elbow too. He got big old arms on this thing. And drop that elbow on top of that head, all it does is just shove that spinal cord right down in the back.
You can't take a whole lot of those headshots like that, else it's going to turn out the lights.
Yeah, it'll turn you out. Especially you can work on that head and then go to like a sleeper hold or something like that. It'll turn the lights out immediately.
And big shovelhead Lewis going outside the ring, joining in with another Lewis brother, and they're working over J.W. Steele.
But see, the other Steele's got that ref, and all he's doing is keeping the ref over there in the corner. The referee, what y'all do is turn around right about now. This match be disqualified. Just finish the start.
And J.W. just lost his temper and smashed Shovelhead right into the ring post, and he's coming back in fighting like a madman and unloading with some more of that brawling that we was talking about earlier.
Yeah, but he just unloaded on the other brother. Ooh, I know that hurt because he double chopped him. He did a single chop. He double chopped with both hands across that chest. I guarantee you tomorrow morning when he wakes up, he has 2 handfuls right there.
And Cruiser Lewis, boy, he's outside sucking for air, but also in a world of pain. And take a look. SW Steele's been tagged in, and he has hip tossed him right across the ring.
It's SW Steele. He's a fireball himself. I mean, he'll take it to you in a heartbeat. He loves a good, quick move. Loves to get up and give him drop kicks, too.
He's the quicker of the Steele brothers,
yeah.
SW. And JW is more of the power man. For brothers, I've never seen more opposites.
Yeah, it's like day and night between the two. One's power, one's mobility. I mean, a tag team like that is hard to beat. But Lewis brothers have been taking it to them. These Hell's Angels, they call themselves. They're taking it to them.
And the Hell's Angels is fighting their way right back up. And I think at this point in time, Cruiser Lewis is unloading back to the basics of brawling, and it's going to a lot of success with that brawling.
Well, see, they get that men on them bikes, and when you go to these different cities, they got a reputation to hold up. So this is how they make their living, is by brawling. I don't think they know anything different. Now, see, we got a wrestling move coming up, and he executed the move perfect.
That looked like a variation of a suplex of some kind. And SW Steele, I'm going to tell you something, Rebel. I've never seen that before. I had to take a lot out of him.
I had to take a lot out of him. I mean, that was the most vicious suplex I've ever seen. But he kicked out. That's good enough. Still kicking out. And if you notice over there, he's got the legs up, but he keeps pushing it back.
He looked as if he was going to take him into a Uranchi, which is a Japanese-style suplex. Instead, he took him all the way over onto his face. That could have knocked him right out right there.
Well, SW does make that. Threw out his rule book and went to the low blow himself, and he's singing alto on outside right now. SW still, he's getting the wind back. He's trying to make it back over there at the corner, tagging his brother. He walks away. I don't think he knows exactly where it's at. All 4 of them in the ring now.
All 4 of them going toe-to-toe, and it's going back to the brawling city, to the streets, and street fight. And right now, the Hell's Angels, like I say, are taking to them. One of them just got dumped outside the ring. And JW with a power slam.
That's a power slam. SW is going up. Is he going to go take off? He's going to take off a fight. Yes, sir.
That's it with a big splash.
High body. Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of your match, JW and SCW Steele, the Steele Brothers.
And take a look at the Hell's Angels back in the ring, working over the Steele Brothers.
Yeah, Shovelhead came in the ring and he's working over SW. I don't think he liked that splash. He's putting the splash of the zone on SW.
All 3 of the Hell's Angels working over
It's getting really nasty down.
JW just hits the ring with a steel chair. Steel Brothers might have walked away with a win, but they lost the war, I tell you that.
Yes, they did. Lost the war. Absolutely right. I think he's hurt.
The winner of your match, SCW Steel. Put your hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen.
One thing's for sure, Rebel, we ain't seen the last of the Hells Angels or the Steel Brothers.
I think this war is just
Everybody boo the Lewis brothers.
And we'll be right back with more SCW action right after this. Yeah.
I'd like to bring out one of the most devastating tag teams in Southern Championship Wrestling. Let's bring out Devastation Incorporated with Dr. Johnny Love. It is a triangle match. You don't just have two opponents, you got four you have to worry about. What is your strategy for tonight?
Go ahead.
Well, let me tell you. First of all, you folks need to know that Devastation is in town. Woo! Yeah. When Devastation comes to town, all you people should bow down. Stand up in your chairs, bow down, and give us a hand that you ain't never gave nobody, because we're the best you'll ever see. We're talking about tonight, we got two teams against Devastation, because they're pairs. I don't care how you look at it, they're together, and they're going against us. Fine and dandy, we don't mind. We're going to take them off, we're going to put them down, we're going to show them what champions really ought to be, and what we really are.
Johnny Love, you've got the most out-of-control tag team in Southern Championship Wrestling, Ricky Regal and Mickey Free, and also from the back alleys of who knows where, the Stray Cats. What are you going to do with all that?
We're going to burn them tonight, baby, because we're here to take things, and we're going to take them tonight. I just want to say one thing while I'm up here. As you see, the Desperados down and out. I said he'd do it, and like I say, you can take it to the bank, baby. Cash it in and get church. I got the money, I got the time. Desperado, you're right on time, baby. You're right here. How about it, Jake, Big Jake? What you heavyweight team champion. It doesn't matter. When we get through with both of them tonight, there's going to be one team that's devastation. About it, man. Some of these punks and them little one-horse sound just exactly what it's all about. What you people need to do is you need to shut up and you need to listen real close to what I got to tell you. There's one thing every person in this room is going to realize when we leave this stinking building tonight, and what you've seen right here between this right here was pure devastation.
Thank you, Nightlife band. Devastation Incorporated with Johnny Love. Excuse me, the Doctor of Love.
I bet you'll ask Donna to come back there after the stretch. Probably.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next match will be the semi-main event of the evening. They wanted me to take up a flex and get you some glasses, but I wouldn't do it. Making his way into the ring at this time, ladies and gentlemen, from Elm Street, this is the Nightmare. Accompanying him tonight at ringside is Serena. From San Antonio, Texas, and the SCW World Heavyweight Champion, this is Johnny Diamond. Accompanying him at ringside, the Desperado. This is a one fall with a 45-minute time limit.
We on now, eh? We back on. Back there. Back to the action in the ring with Southern Championship Wrestling. We're taking a look at the Masked Nightmare, one of the roughest, toughest men in the business. He's taking on the current heavyweight champion of the SCW, Johnny Dollar. And outside the ring, he's backing him up tonight is the Desperado, man who's currently sidelined. We heard about the injury earlier tonight, Rebel. This ought to be a barn burner right here.
It should be a barn burner all the way to the wire, from start to finish. Now, you know, Desperado, he has gotten injury on his kidney, and I really feel for the guy. I know where he's coming from. And earlier tonight we had seen a match with Serena on the outside, and I guarantee she ain't gonna get involved like she did on that last match.
Well, if she does, we might see Desperado just pick her up and just take her right back and put her in her place.
Well, he'd probably put her back in her place or turn her over his knee. I mean, Desperado's just that type. He ain't too shy to give a young woman a good old-fashioned spanking, if you know what I mean. I mean, all she needs to get a little tail wore out one time, and she won't be messing with over the match again.
And they locked up collar elbow tie up. And I tell you what, Johnny Dollar just sent him right off into the corner. Nightmare's complaining about a pull at the mask, but I didn't see it.
He said he pulled that little ponytail back here, Danny.
Maybe he did there, Rebel. You know, either way, he's complaining about some sort of illegal shenanigans. And
well, Johnny, I tell you what, old Dollar, he ain't too far to breaking the rules. I mean, he's straight up guy, about as straight as you can come. To knowing the guy as I do, I mean, he's as straight as an arrow.
And the Nightmare just took him over, powered him down with a shoulder block. Dollar just took him down with a hip toss and outsmarted him right there.
Good hip toss. I mean, guy had some high elevation into it. Well, I tell you what, Nightmare's having a nightmare with Dollar in there.
Right now he's going to Serena for a little bit of advice. And, I don't know what sort of role she plays in advisory. Rebel, she might be adding a little more into the match than what we think.
You know, you take it from me. I mean, if you really want to know the truth, maybe she needs some advice how to put that makeup on. I mean, you had a real close and personal look at her. I mean, no wonder she came out here with Nightmare. They were 1 and 2. I mean, you ever seen Nightmare on Elm Street? I think that was his sister right there.
Rebel, I ain't gonna touch that comment about that lady with a 10-foot pole. You know, you might be right though.
Well, back where Desperado and I come from, and back home where Dollar come from, we always called him got hit with the ugly stick, or she put the oog in ugly.
Dollar got him in a leg tie-up move, and he just dropped him down across his knees. I tell you what, he just took him to the school of wrestling right there.
Yes, he did. I mean, he's taking everything right here out of wrestling. I mean, he's using everything he knows about wrestling and applying it to perfection. He has got that really locked in, and when he drops them knees down like that, all it does is pull and pull at them kneecaps.
And boy, he just ripped them knees right all to pieces right there.
Well, when you pick that guy up like that, Danny, it's putting a strain on that back. I mean, you pick him up like that, it puts a strain on the lower back, and then the kneecaps, when it comes down, I mean, it feels like you've been twisted all sorts of ways, and you just can't get rid of it.
And right there, Johnny Dollar just outsmarted him and took him down face first to the mat, and he had to power him over with an arm drag right there.
He sure did. He powered every bit of that. I mean, right now, I'm surprised Dollar backing up across the shoulder.
And normally you see him coming off the ropes and taking the arm drag where it's momentum. In that case, he had to power him right over. But Dollar with an elbow, tell you what, Johnny Dollar, he's taking it to the Nightmare.
I think what he's really doing is trying to take it to the Nightmare for his good friend outside the ring, Desperado. I mean, every time he looks over there, he looks at Desperado like, this is for you, baby.
And you know he's got to be feeling that way because Desperado, I tell you what, you know, I don't know exactly what happened. I just know he took a heck of a ton of abuse in the kidneys last night. While I was talking to Nightmare, boy, he just took